everyone, I'm back into our final set 1 overdress deck. It's kind of not someone also because when I start getting skills for it, festival PRs happen, so that's why I decided to wait for this one. So yeah, it's my Zorga deck, and also I should have my post festival collection Zeref Snow pretty quick, either tomorrow or the day after, hopefully. Depends on how my schedule is. Let's get started. First, we have it is Dream Nibbling, which, sorry about this. Which is our basic generic starter, and when this is right deck, it says when you go to second, draw a card when rule up on. Very simple. Then we have a rank 1 rank. It's only in our right deck. The part you pretty much, which is says on Vanguard, you can act Soul Blast 1, draw 2 cards, and then you have to either discard an order card or discard 2 cards. It used that to set up our drop zone for alchematic, but also discarding 2 use cards for reanimation. This is also pretty tight. And then we have, as a result, if you play an order this turn, gets plus 2k. Pretty simple. It's not very good. That plus 2k doesn't really reach good numbers, so that's what you want in our deck. Then we run a Black Tears Husk Dragon in our right deck. It says when placed on Vanguard, choose a normal order from and that's main page. It says only normal order, so not order, just normal order. So it can't get back blitz orders. And it also says if you play order this turn on rear guard, get plus 5k. It's like Grand Cartoon, but that actually could reach good numbers. So yeah, 15 attackers are all quite good. I think most decks run one at least. Then we run our right deck version of our ace guy, Mr. Rain Spiritualist Zorga. His first ability is a continuous. It's the Alchemagic. It says when you play an order, you can buy a normal order with a different name. Remember, it says a different name. Or a drop zone and Alchemagic. Which means, and you combine the effects and costs. So, you pay everything and get 2 order, which is pretty sick. They're quite a good combos for it. And you have to time your orders right, which is quite good. And also, it has act once per turn, rest 1, and revive anything. Which is reviving anything is pretty awesome. Then I go onto our main deck. We run 3 more Zorgas, and that's because we want our Persona Ride, and we can actually abuse some Persona Rides in this deck. So that's pretty good. Talking about abusing Persona Ride, we have 2 Hydro Rail Dragon, which says as when his attack hits a Vanguard, you can retire himself, choose a grade 3 unit card from our drop zone, put it in your hand. So not only can get himself, he can get our Zorga from our drop zone. So getting your Persona Ride or is pretty much getting Zorga is pretty much what you want to do most of the time. Also, If you're visiting prison, even just getting another other copy of him is also quite good. Because then what you can do is you can sack him, and just get in hand. So they have one less imprisoned target. So yeah, those are grade 3s. Now on to grade 2s. We run one more. We run outside the guard like one rank or on one block tiers Husk Dragon because fit and get attacker break. Pretty good. Just getting those with soul box cost we can get the other one out. Even rank or chain sometimes, but usually this is another great one we usually do over it. Then we run 4 Inherited Man Hendrina. It says first at one place. Mill 3. Just setting him or drops him for superior calls and alchemagic. Pretty simple. And she has ability you can retire herself. The next time you would alchemagic in order this turn, it costs 0 soul. Which is pretty good because lots of our orders have soul costs. So yeah. No soul loss, and also selling up and dropping them, pretty awesome. Then we run 4 Conspiring Mutant and Mantis, which is pretty simple. On place, give any rearguard plus 5k, just getting the big numbers, but he's saying 5k, because he's pretty much a 13k booster. That's why I like to do it, because he's pretty much, so you can give something in front of him, plus 5k. Or things, yeah, just getting your, bumping up your feeling. Things like that. Then we have 4 Planar Prevent Dragon, pretty simple, RPG, and it's a new PG, so if your hand is 1 or less after you place it, you don't have to discard, which is pretty awesome. That has helped me in a few games I've played. Now on to our orders. We have 3 Great Despair Rejection, which is our main win-con order we want to do. Is Combat 1. It says if your Vanguard's Mysterious Rain Zorga, choose 3 of your units. And they gain 9k. It's like a front trigger or persona, right? But not only front where you can choose columns as well. Which I've done that. So I can just pretty much guarantee Hydro Rail to hit. Which is what I like, because pressuring on hit skills with a huge power just makes your opponent wonderful. Yeah, I use their PGs or just sacrifice a lot of guard to just not hit. So yeah, we have 3 Curseful Squirming in Agony. It costs so much too, which is good. We have Hendrina to reduce that to 0. But sometimes you want to use Soul Blast, especially so you can Soul Blast other attributes or other Zorgas, so you can use your Hydro Rail. So, yeah. It says look at top 4 cards of your deck. Choose a unit card from one deck and call it. The rest in the drop zone. And then it says if you Alchemagic, you call 2 instead. And they get plus 5k. Pretty much. Mill 4, call 2, and they get plus 5k. Pretty awesome. Then we have the infamous best card in Zorga, and we only 2 of it, Ghost Chase. It's a pretty awesome card. So if you don't run this, then yeah, you're silly, in my opinion. Choose one of your units. It gets plus 5k until the end of battle. Pretty simple. Just 5k shield, pretty much. Also says, choose one of your rearguards that's not being attacked. Return it to your hand. So what can you do with this? Well, you can get any of your triggers back, including the random drops that you milled or discard. Even an over trigger, if we milled it or just card with the RPGs, and what's wrong with me? We can get Zorga back if we hold our field. So it's like Hydro. It's like Hydro in a way. We can just get our Persona right in our hand, which is pretty awesome. Just like that ability alone to bounce, get a Persona right in our hand. It's pretty awesome. Now, before our triggers, we have our last order, which is 4 Spiritual Body Condensation. It's simple soulless one. Choose a card with grid equal to or less than our Vanguard. Call us from our drop zone. College. And it gets plus 5k. Pretty much this drop zone call. Pretty simple. It is like pretty much all the orders want to play. It's number 1 of win cons. It's not a win con, but it's like it helps get strong drop zone. It's pretty good. Now time for our triggers. We run one over trigger, which is it's pretty much a rainbow trigger. Its additional 5-1 drill check is draw a card, choose one of your units, and it gives +1 critical. While your front row gets +10,000. And if your damage of this board to this card to opponent or the same, heal 1 damage. It's a rainbow trigger. That's all we had to say about that. Then for our rainbow triggers, we run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crit, because crit pressure is always quite good, because especially with our trigger giving crit, we get just crit fast. That will crit. Then we won 3 fronts. Even though it's more of a combo deck, because of how much big numbers you get in this deck, having fronts to make those even more menacing, especially with harder roll being on hit. Just make sure you hit it. And then 4 heals. So yeah, that's my Zorga deck profile. I should have, like I said, my updated Zero Snow deck up pretty soon. I'm not sure when, but and see you guys next time.